Welcome back to more Pokemon White 2. So last time, we made it across Driftveil drawbridge, and yeah, we also saw how Churn Avenue is developing as well. And yeah, we made it to Driftveil City and saw what the X-Team Plaza members are doing as well. So yeah, and yeah, like we learned, yeah, it's not, these guys, yeah, they want to try and atone what they did in Black and White, which again, is something I definitely want to talk about today while we're just, exploring. So yeah, again, like I said, but yeah, before we do that though, we got this guy. I'm the master move tutor, and I'm also obsessed with red shots. Give me red shots, and I'll thank you by teaching you a Pokemon move. So here's our first of the many move tutors. Anyway, I should do pretty good on red shots. So yeah, we got Covet to steal Hell Dimes. We got Bug Bite to eat berries, obviously. Draw Run. I mean, that's not a bad ground type move, but we're about to get a much better one. We got Bounce, which, yeah, could be used as blind type coverage, but it's a 2-turn move, which isn't the best, so yeah. Some Pokemon kind of like it. We got Sickle Beam. This could actually be a pretty decent move for John Tracy, because it's another special move. It gets it more type coverage, so I'll definitely consider that. Iron Head we'll probably get, but we can. I mean, actually, can we get it now? I wonder. The answer is no, so yeah, we have to wait for evolution. So yeah, that's good to know. Super Fang, yeah, not many Pokemon get this here, but yeah, halving HP is very nice, so not a bad effect. Uproar, kind of strong, but yeah, you're locked in to use it, and you also can't fall asleep, kind of a weird move there. We got Seed Bomb, 80 power grass type move. This does seem tempting, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure that, Antonia can get this, so Antonia is kind of close to Leaf Blade, so we can rely on that. Dual Shot, it's a two-hitting dragon type boost. That's kind of interesting. Many used to break like subs, but I think something like Dragon Claw is better, generally speaking. Look, it could be not bad. It does damage his Pokemon's way, and yeah, mainly in competitive Pokemon, you're fighting all sorts of like big, strong Pokemon, so it's not bad there, especially in like Ubers. And there's Gonk Shot. If you're using something like a Trevor Gravitate, you should definitely get this. Like, it's 85% accurate, but it's 120 power, and they kind of need it because they don't really get much else. And by the Multi Punch is great coverage for a lot of Pokemon. Ice Touch especially is quite nice, so yeah, a lot of good boosts though. And definitely a good move to start with. But anyway, although there's actually more to this building because, yeah, now they have lifts. And the Driftveil Chateau Hotel. We're currently all booked up, but feel free to enjoy the ambience, so yeah. So again, like I was kind of talking about, again, like I said, yeah, I do like the fact that, yeah, again, what they did in Black and White, it hasn't been forgotten by the people, and then, people look down upon them, and yeah, it kind of shows that, yeah, well, some people, yeah, they just can't, run away from that past like that. It's kind of sad to think about, so yeah. Some Pokemon evolve by trade. Cool, right? Why do they evolve? I've been asking that question for a very long time, but anyway, might be able to learn something. Check out balancing. People are strong than you. Indeed. Something can learn about Pokemon moves and irons on TV programs. Yeah, we learned about that before. Yeah, of course, yeah, about that, yeah, some of the support and some of the support gets. It's not close, yeah. People who support gets are part of the new Team Plaza, obviously. People who support and support the old Team Plaza, so yeah. I'll give this to you. I'll give you the I'm Air Balloon. And interesting how that, we saw it in the Battle Supply. Pokemon has an air balloon can float until it gets hurt. It can avoid ground type moves. Yes, I'm a balloon man. Balloon. Action Sea minigames. My elegant hobby is minigames on the Action Sea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a balloon minigame there, so yeah. And the air balloons are very interesting item. You don't want to use it on the main playthroughs for competitive battling of the Battle Supply, but yeah, it allows you to dodge a ground type move until obviously you get hit and it bursts. So that's interesting. And yeah, definitely not a bad held item for, John Tracy, for example, so yeah. And another interesting thing about Driftveil City, you can't really surf it, I'm pretty sure. Not anymore, at least. A terrific train. Let me share a training tip with you. During a battle at a train, even if your Pokemon's irons are taken right, don't worry. They'll be returned to you safely after the battle, but the souls that I've seen disappear. I'm gonna watch the Pokemon World Tournament. The Pokemon World Tournament is in the southernmost part of town. Driftveil's gone and changed so much. I thought I'd been hornswoggled. That's interesting either. My guilty pleasure is the newest songs from Focus Trees. What do you mean, guilty pleasure? They're good. One, the Driftveil Continental Hotel. There are no open rooms, so here are the racks in the lobby. Hey, if you're wondering, again, you might be wondering when we're gonna get to Focus Trees again. I don't think we're ready yet, but I think we're getting close. Oh, by any chance, was your mother working at Pokemon Center as a receptionist? They're very similar. Yeah, that's actually true in the lore. So yeah, she was a Pokemon Center lady, now she's mom. So yeah, that also reminds me, I kind of want to poke people up. You did get mom mentioned, says Griddle. That's all Driftveil City. Driftveil City. Recently, hotels have been popping up there like crazy, so I hear. Boy, other than that, I sure don't know much about it. Alright. And yeah, you seen that good? Bad. Alright. What was Bob to say? I'm pretty sure he's gonna say good to the gym because he said that last time, so yeah. I changed the Driftveil City Pokemon gym yet? Yeah, yet. Just go already. Hey, apparently the gym uses ground type Pokemon. So that's some good advice, though. How about Professor, actually? Because there is one thing we can learn that's interesting. And that's, of course, John Tracy's evolution. This Pokemon evolves at levels of a special magnetic field. So, yeah, that could actually happen very soon now that I think about it, so yeah. And then, yeah, Charon, he taught our abilities, so yeah, I don't think we need help with that, so yeah. He's like, we haven't called a new team over in a while, so yeah. Man, let's go talk this guy here. Skarks. And this kid's gonna comment on it. Pokemon next door, I feel like it's intimidating. Yeah, that kind of makes me think that, yeah, I wonder if they should have made Scraggy's hidden ability one of its actual abilities. Because you get to intimidate his hidden ability, which is awesome, so yeah. Things change. I prefer the way it was. When things don't change, I get bored. I have a twisted mind. So yeah, again, because yeah, you see that one, and there's also Sword and Shield, where I'm pretty sure that one of the gym leaders uses Scrag to intimidate as well. So yeah. Trainer, if my Pokemon send me, I will challenge you for a battle. Instead, please accept this. You get the big group. Very interesting Helldive, that one. Is a big group. I have Pokemon hold this and installs more HP from the target. This is a perfect item for my Pokemon signature move. Yeah, you want to get that to a Pokemon that uses Giga Chain or Drain Punch a lot. It could actually be quite useful. Just like, yeah, do you prefer doing more damage? If you're gonna use the big group, you need to make sure that the Pokemon either can set up to do more damage or it already does a ton of damage, so yeah. Oh dude, that Pokemon uses the move Surf, it can catch a wave. On the other side of the ocean, and all over the world, there sure are a lot of different Pokemon. You know, some different people there, but anyway. A Pokemon Thunder and a Pokemon Wind of roaming everyone causing trouble. Then they were punished by a Pokemon to soil. I like that story. Sounds like a bad Pokemon, but anyway. Yeah, seasonal vegetables is fun, because when the seasons change, the vegetables available change. Well, that doesn't actually affect this place, despite that. You glad you came. You want something good? Yeah, then show me a Pokemon level 30 or more. Oh, strong. You great. Take this. You get the expert belt. You glad you came. Get good at expert belts. If Pokemon has an expert belt, they power this with a slight boost and they're super effective. Yeah, great for Pokemon that have a lot of type coverage. The medicinal herbs that can make Pokemon healthy. Welcome, are you happy? Yeah, these are a bit of mess, so they make a Pokemon less happy, but they also have some really good value. Like, yeah, Revival has a max revive, Energy Root's a higher potion, so yeah. Some games are quite nice to have. Like, yeah, I do remember one LPA who was playing Pokemon XD, and yeah, they swore by those Revival herbs in battles, so yeah. This little herbs import from another region very well, but Pokemon don't seem to like them, so they taste a little bitter. That's a convenient town where everything is important, everything is available. I'm sorry, I'm all slow. That Charles guy bought everything I had, yup. I usually buy Team Pass, I have various kinds of instants. So yeah, these instances, the actors, you know, Helldives. Like, yeah, this boosts past Psychic type moves, Water type moves, Grass type moves, Water type moves again, Rock type moves. This one apparently helps keep wild Pokemon away, so it's like a White Foot, I think. Luck Incense actually gives you double prize money, but it works the exact same as the Amet coin, so it doesn't stack. Max Incense is like the bright pan. The full incense apparently makes you slower. But yeah, the main purpose of these incenses is that they make a set of a Pokemon breed. You know what? Another thing I realized too, how on earth do these things work? I don't want to think about it because I feel like I'm gonna think about some very dark topics anyway. Not kid-friendly topics like that, right? It's carried away from Pokemon arriving at town somewhere else. Yeah, the world's connected. And yeah, we got Moon Milk. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a dozen of these. 100 HP healing. Can't go wrong with that. It's pretty good for a long point of the game. There you go. The leap for the Pokemon is extremely tough. I hear you can't battle unless you have 8 trip badges. Yeah, making our way, but it's still a bit of a way to go. But anyway, Charles is back, and yeah, as you probably guessed, he's up for something. I'm a heartbreaker. My name's Charles. Want to get the attention of Galax, so then you start Pokemon battling. It's the Invitation Battle. Want to learn about it? Yeah. Rotation Battle is you set 3 Pokemon at a time in battle. One Pokemon takes the lead position, the other 2 stand on each side. The trick is each turn you can change the positions. And that's a rough exercise rotation battles. I'm a heartbreaker. My name's Charles. Hey, if you're trying to have a rotation battle, yeah. You got a good attitude, don't you? I'm a heartbreaker. My name's Charles. I'm always a full throttle. Basically same as before, but yeah, unlike Black and White, you actually want to shift both kinds of battles in a single playthrough, so that's why again I didn't put the Black 2 playthrough. And yeah, this is actually going to be a current trend. We're going to have trainers that want to engage in both a triple and a rotation battle, so yeah. And I think it's pretty obvious what we want to do here. We want to go and use John Tracer, because all his Pokemon don't like Electric. And he still wants to go for White Guard. It's kind of funny, so yeah. So again, I prefer rotation battles, so I think the problem is that it's kind of based around mind games a lot. And then, like, for example, something like Driftveil or Delvage should be saying, there's still plenty of mind games available anyway, so it kind of feels a bit redundant, I think. Because again, you kind of think about, what Pokemon do I want, what's the best option in this, scenario, for example. That's mainly what you're thinking about in a, rotation battle, but again, Delvals already have a lot of mind games, so I feel like, that's kind of like, I feel there's a bit of redundancy, so yeah. And you do get the power up, but it did put up a light screen, so I actually want to keep with this fucker. Actually, I set the Archon, so that's pretty good. And yeah, we can just take it out with that. Archon's not be quite the glass cannon, so yeah. And yeah, Citrus comes back in, so yeah, we just go for Spark again. No need to complicate things, let's just do that. So yeah, I do prefer rotation a bit more because it's not as hectic, but yeah, I'm a heartbreaker, my name's Charles. And yeah, we're about to get evolution here, but I don't want to evolve just yet. But it's coming though, only 1 more level's needed. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Getting a school on a spine to teach, still you have potential. You have to stay Pokemon win a rotation battle. While more rotation battles go to the Pokemon World Tournament. Alrighty. And over here, we can get TM63 and Bar. It's kind of funny that they placed it here. It makes that, your opponent can't use held items or even items. That's interesting, but yeah. Again, I don't know if it's, worth dedicating a whole moveset to. I think it's the issue, so yeah. Anyway, that little trip done, let's see what else we can find. I want to level up my deer Pokemon so I never had to feel the sting of defeat. Yeah, I kind of feel that too. I feel really bad if my Pokemon goes down and it's mostly my fault. If my Pokemon's strong, then he gives you more XP points. Yeah, there's kind of a row of banning XP going on, which is interesting. Ha-ho, you have a Pokedex. How many Pokemon have you found? Hoo-ha, you found 70 or more. Now it's like this for you. You get the Shell Bell. Pokemon holding a Shell Bell recovers its HP a little bit and inflicts damage during a battle. What's more important is this. Have you shown the Pokedex strong first? Yeah, we're actually developing it not too bad then. This, it's from an arc of Pokemon battle. Press the L button while selecting a move during battle to display detailed information about the move. That's nice. The Grand Hotel Driftveil. Sorry about a completely full. Please repeat the right. So yeah, the people are very interested and hogging all the space, so yeah, that's fair. already. So what we got here? There's quite a lot of things to see, so yeah. Shiny Pokemon right after you get to foreign place. Children have the gift to make friends. Great, you can try Pokemon use lives communication even when we're apart. I gave the Pokemon a nickname, also a whole 9, so please take good care of it. So yeah, there we go. Not too bad, let's go to 19th floor. And talk to you. You can live unchanged because you keep changing. I mean, Pokemon are also evolve, but the natures stay the same. This Pokemon has something in its mouth. You get a Haban berry. And yeah, the reason why I was holding that decreases the power of super effective dragon type moves. The Driftveil say that I remember it had sort of a dowdy, shabby look. It's kind of a useful Helldime. Those Helldime is particular because again, Pokemon has a weakness it doesn't like. You can kind of cover it, and then it's basically like a free setup to them because they reduce damage by quite a bit. So yeah, you may use them in Heart Gold because like Heart Gold, your mom basically buys them all for you. So yeah, on target, Team Pazza stole my Pokemon. Well, he did give it back later. So there we go. Yeah. When I saw the day event, should definitely tell a Heart Gold. Heart Gold is all about those daily events and also time management as well. Yeah, calcium, which I think I'm gonna give to, I should have done it like that. There's a reason why, there's a reason why I, made my box the way, or made my registrations the way that I did, right? I have ruined some more special attack because he's about to use a lot of special moves later, so yeah. Yeah, let's get the Dazzle Machine back. Yeah, well, it's done with Driftveil now, so we can make a start on next year, I think. Yeah, when there's an item in your bag, you want to switch. Just press select and give it a new niche. Doesn't that jingle take you back? I used to look at the cold storage every day. I already forgot what it looked like. Yeah, they actually replaced the cold storage with the PWT. Different kinds of Pokemon can learn different kinds of moves. That's kind of important because of you. I'm grateful I came over to say, are you a trainer? Oh yeah, Pokedex is so marvelous. Will you please do me a favor? To be clear, I would like to see a Pokemon that knows Splash. Alright. Basically, what she does is, every day, she asks for a move on the sun Pokemon. Oh, yeah. She wants a Pokemon that has a TM move, actually. And yeah, I don't think she ever asks for moves that you don't have access to. So yeah. Let's go in here, because, I don't think I have a Pokemon Flash, so yeah. I'm guessing one of my Magnemites I called earlier can do that, so yeah. So yeah, let's do that. Because you definitely want to do this, and it's another like basically free daily event, so yeah. And yeah, the reward is obviously very worth it. Again, this might be something I want to do every day. I'm not sure though, because again, it's not like I need a lot of this item, but yeah. Hey, Magnemite can feed one flash, there we go. And yeah, I will need a Pokemon Flash coming up actually, but there is something I could recommend. Catch a Psyduck in Possession Ranch. It can learn both Strength and Flash, I believe. So yeah, and that's actually kind of useful what's coming up. For me though, because I have my Braviary, I only need Flash. So yeah. Oh my goodness, your Magnemite can use Flash. You want a little show, teach it to your Pokemon. That's so touching. There's all talking about appreciation. Believe the sectors like this. Yeah, every day you can get a Heart Skill from her, which allows you to remember moves, so that's good. What Flash looks like when it's actually used. I'm sure you can use it skillfully. Driftveil Luxury Suits. I'm sorry if I was full. Please enjoy our lobby. Yep. Reminds me of you trying to book something, but then, everyone else books it. It's really annoying, isn't it? But anyway. Getting to know someone creates both joy and sorrow. Ones that were funny when you first met get old when you hear them all the time. Well, some certain LPs could definitely tell you that, but anyway. As a genuine Nimbosity, Elise has a shocking pack schedule. That's why you accept an electrifying model. Yeah, I do like her new design. I think the black really suits her. Years ago, Team Pazza taught me into letting my dear Pokemon go. Ever since I've been stinging her does that, please. To be honest, I feel lonely, but it's a good thing that not to have Pokemon will be left behind. I feel sad about that, possibly. Yeah, that's interesting to think about right there. Yeah, did I get the 25th floor? Let's have a look. Nah, I definitely didn't. Here's got a Panther there. I just had to guess, this is a good for such a person. Again, Everstone, which we don't need anymore, but hey. No matter what my guess was, I always set them in the same manner. This is what I learned from my father, who was a Pokemon trainer. Yeah, that allows you to basically stop a Pokemon from evolving, but you can also use the B button to do that, so I think it's better for breeding, because I'm pretty sure it allows you to pass on natures, I believe it was. But anyway, hey, Stumpus, Pample, my dear precious Pokemon, kick back and relax today. I remember I did use Everstones a lot when I was breeding, so yeah. I think it was because of that reason. I'm very sure, yeah, like, Everstone does say that, that's the way to go. You get the good nature, and you also get the good IVs. I wasn't sure if that's a thing in this game. I know that, I think Black White 2 did update her breeding work a little bit. But again, I'm mainly familiar with how it works in newer games, because that's why I actually did it, so yeah. Well, that was a long time ago, so my memory might not be the best, but anyway. That's not even your bag, you must switch. Just press select and give it a new niche. Oh yeah, I already told you. And here we actually conquered the PWT. Very sorry, the Pokemon Water will clench shortly, but it's still Premier. We don't have the Driftveil City Gym Badge yet. In that case, how about taking on the Pokemon Gym first? Yeah, that looks like what they're pushing us to do, so yeah. Alright, let's go start on Route 6, like I mentioned before. And yeah, let's talk about some new Pokemon as well while we're at it. I'm not sure if I want Repels or not. I'm gonna try not having them. Also gonna get my Lillipup back. You don't need Flash until after the gym battle anyway, so yeah, I can try getting more items from pickups, so yeah. So anyway, let's go to the bag. Let's go and get my pickup Pokemon back. Here's again, Brave is still very nice to have because of Fly, because yeah, once we're basically done exploring this area, we can just, once we're done exploring this area, we can just, you know, fly back. Very easy. Anyway. Alright, let's make a start. So first off, there's this Pokemon breeder, who, yeah, every Charles is the best for growing stronger. So I got this person. Also I realized there's actually 2 hidden growers on this route, so I'm gonna make sure that they don't have the same Pokemon. Anyway, so this person, they're another Pokemon breeder, but also one of the most interesting ones because both their Pokemon give speedy views. So if you want a speedy view train, this is actually the best place to do it. So yeah. So yeah, let's check out Route 6. I'm gonna check the hidden growers first, actually, and then we'll just talk about the Pokemon as it goes, so yeah. And you also have a Deerling. And Deerling, yeah, you probably already know this, so Deerling is the Pokemon that changes its appearance based on this season. And yeah, it'll also be the first Pokemon we talk about after we try and take up this one here. And there we go. Not too bad. You're the perfect child, I mean, come on, you're so strong. Not too shabby. And yeah, this area, it used to also change quite a bit based on the season. It kind of still does, but not as much as it did before, so yeah. Because I'm very sure that, yeah, in Black and White you could find Vanillite on this route. Unfortunately you can't anymore, so yeah, I kind of wish you could still, but hey. There's gonna be more kinds of encounters to do, so yeah, again, there's a lot, so yeah. Right, the hidden growers are the same. That's a bit interesting. You know, there's 2 of them, so yeah, I'll take Cerebee's word for it. I mean, if I don't want to. Alright, let's actually get started. Let's start with Deerling. So yeah, Deerling is a normal grass type Pokemon, which is a very weird type, and also not a very good one because it gives you a lot of weaknesses. Watermelon Substance ability is actually not too bad either way. You either get, you know, you become a really good Sun Pokemon, or you're immune to grass, which, yeah, having more immunities when your type is not great definitely helps. So yeah, let's go inside the hidden grower. Again, this area has 2 of them, so that's interesting. And wow, we found a regenerative Fungus. I'll definitely try to catch this then. Yeah, this could have definitely been a team member, so yeah. Again, I think it's actually pretty easy to get here, so yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty sure like your John Tracy can easily beat this thing, so yeah. So while we're doing that, yeah, let's talk a little bit more about dealing. It takes a little bit total. Level 34 means you might miss out before the gym battle, especially if you don't want to go to like the big soon small court. Once it does though, it's pretty good. Like yeah, starting out, it doesn't. The only like good move it has is jump kick. Jump kick's alright, but yeah, it's not stat though, but it is underpowered, and it's probably one of your best coverage moves as a result, so yeah. Once you do evolve though, it's not long after that you get Horn Leech. Its signature move, it's basically Giga Chain but physical, which is extremely nice. Then later on you can get Nature Power, which actually includes Earthquake in Wi-Fi battles, or battles against other players or anything. I think it also works like that in the Battles subway too, I can't remember, but yeah. Because of that, yeah, it's a pretty good coverage move, and then it also gets Double Edge, or you can use Return, so yeah, and even runs Megaphone, so yeah. Interesting is that I think after that though, it's not amazing, because again, like, its TM list is mostly special moves outside of Wild Charge, so yeah. Let's try the Great Ball here. Yeah, I like to catch these. Unfortunately, this one's male. If it was female, though, you could actually breed Regenerate onto more funguses, but that's okay. But there you go. It does make you wonder, yeah, how viable is it to just catch Fungus with Regenerator at this point? Anyway, it lets Pokemon with its pan that looks like a Pokeball, then releases its poison spores. Anyway, we'll be talking about Fungus as well a little bit too. And yeah, Murtias, I guess you could give a bounce though you have access to that, but yeah. I'm not so sure that's the best coverage route for it anyway, so yeah, it didn't take too much damage, and John Tracy didn't get stars, which is quite an achievement. So yeah, let's fight this Parasol Lady. And yeah, again, like I said, yeah, Murtias doesn't already do much for it. Pouring Rain, fine Pokemon. And yeah, the stats aren't too bad either. 100 attack, 95 speed, and 70 defenses, and HP. So yeah, if you don't mind the a billion weaknesses, it's actually not too bad. Again, you know, good normal type offense, good grass type offense. You can definitely put in some decent amount of work. So yeah, I definitely used it for and had a fun time. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Shelmet and Carablast. This could be a while because yeah, these Pokemon are very strange. And speaking of very strange, Cast Form. We'll definitely talk about Cast Form. You can find on this route, which is probably why, you know, they give it to some of the trainers. Because you see there, it's now a water type Pokemon because it's raining, so yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, Shelmet and Carablast, they're both on the same route now, although if you look at the encounters, then yeah, you'll find that Shelmet is more common in Black too. Here's a sad really of a tool defeat. Shelmet's more common in Black too, but Carablast is more common in White too, but they both can be found in both versions, which is nice. Anyway, so yeah, Carablast. It starts off as a kind of fast, kind of hard-hitting bug-type Pokemon, but of course, let's go with Rock Slide because yeah, this will probably do it, right? And you get the punch too, very nice. But just switch that. So yeah, that's how, of course, it starts off with. But then, as Cavalier though, its evolution changes it quite a bit, and to get it, you need to trade your Carablast for a Shelmet, and then they'll both evolve at the same time. So yeah, that's how that works. And there it is, finally. Level 33, and there's Earthquake already, so yeah. I think the ground type is going to be a bit jealous of this, let's just say, so yeah. And now we can finally evolve. Yep, we got a lot of power on our side now. We got an extra drill, so yeah. An extra earthquake, so yeah. And they better run. That's an extra. At enemies. There you go, 106 attack already, 125 HP, and 71 speed, so yeah. Quite the strong Pokemon, that's a thing, sure. And yeah, we don't need Slash anymore because yeah, we can get a move on it, obviously, so yeah. Alright, how about some Ronin action? We'll say John Tracy for a little bit, there's a very good reason why, but anyway. So yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, Carablast, yeah, it starts off as kind of a fast-ish, kind of strong-ish bug type. I need to research the experience what's a Pokemon homework assignment. That's an interesting homework assignment. Anyway, but then it's Cavalier though. After you trade a Carablast for a Shelmet, it uses Shelmet's armor to become a Bug Steel type with 135 attack, 105 defenses, but only 20 speed. Yeah, this thing, yeah, it's slow, sure. Its abilities are okay. It's some revenge works, and yeah, it looks like a villain. Its abilities are whatever, Swan Shell armor, but they're not bad, so that's good at least. I think another thing about this Pokemon is that its coverage isn't the best, but it kind of doesn't mind too much because you're basically using mostly Iron Head and X. So unfortunately, it doesn't get Mega Horn in this game. It was kind of cool when it did, so yeah. So yeah, you're mainly gonna be using those, but the good thing is that yeah, its armor, like yeah, you don't need too much else to the thing, especially because yeah, it does get Sword stance, and then with that, yeah, you just set up because you're so bulky. You have the amazing Book Steel type, which is only weak to fire, has a lot of resistances. Yeah, this thing can definitely Sword stance, so just slowly pull over its enemies. If you're wondering about other coverage, it's basically just like Air Release and Return, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. Or Poison Jab. It's not bad to use moves I was expecting. Egg Move is actually Egg Move. That was what it was, yeah. Megalon's actually an Egg Move. Unfortunately, you missed out on that, which really sucks because yeah, that would be such a nice power boost, but too bad it isn't. And yeah, it doesn't really get much of Mewtwo, so yeah, Knockoff unfortunately hasn't been buffed yet, so yeah. Again, it's mostly Iron, it's also gonna be swinging Iron Head next to it. And then you can maybe add Sword Stance and maybe another coverage with another move to help set up. Again, it's a pretty one-note Pokemon, but hey, you can't go wrong with, you know, an amazing type and a really strong attack stat. So yeah. So I think, yeah, it's a not bad Pokemon, I must admit. Let's talk about Shelmet. So yeah, as you probably expect, yeah, Shelmet starts off as a very slow Bug-type Pokemon. But once it loses armor though, it changes quite a bit. So yeah, let's run away from the dealing. Because we don't need to gain too much experience. Also, yeah, I don't think I'm really missing out on any moves too if you decide to evolve soon as well. Like, yeah, there's definitely some interesting moves you could get, but they don't really synergize with like the playstyle, for example, I think. Especially in the case of Shelmet, so yeah. There's an eye on that, but I don't think it can get it. So anyway, it's so cool. It's a bit of a one-note Pokemon again. Hydration and Sticky Hold, but yeah, once again, it changes a lot about how this Pokemon used to work. Yeah, let's fight the stream with Leafani. This scientist though. Turns out Monster is all a part of science. So yeah, so again, Hydration and Sticky Hold, they're kind of one of our abilities, and its move pool is okay, I think. They are mainly going to be using Bug Buzz, which is at level 44, which isn't too bad, and Giga Train at 37. There's also some other fun moves like Knee Burst, for example. Knee Burst is very funny with a Pokemon this fast, so yeah. And then yeah, later on you can give a Focus Blast as a bit more coverage, but there's some other interesting moves like yeah, Energy Ball, U-Turn, Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, a lot of those are pretty late in the game, or post-game, as in the Crisis is also Blast Sites. So there you go. And yeah, the move tiers don't really help too much. I think the main thing is you can get Signal Beam before Bug Buzz to help your damage out. I would recommend thinking about that, so yeah. And then like I said, I don't think Shelmet really gives you that many good moves, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. I should uncover the mechanism behind trainer and Pokemon relationships. Now of course the stats. 100 special attack and 145 speed, that's really good. It's just that yeah, it's very frail, only 40 defense, 60 special defense, but at least a solid-ish 80 HP. Yeah, Solgor, yeah, unfortunately it doesn't get many surface. I think that's definitely one thing I wish it did get. Because yeah, those would definitely help out its game plan a little bit, so yeah. But yeah, again, it's fast, it has decent type coverage, and a decent special type to use that with, so yeah. Not bad Pokemon, it's just that, yeah, again. I don't know if it stands out as much as some of the bug types that could have gone a little bit earlier. And of course, the Scavalier is probably a bit more of a solid, easy to use Pokemon, but yeah. The Solgor though, I can definitely see it rewarding its trainer with some really good playing. I'm able to understand her trainer's goals. That's something I also think about too. But yeah, they're both interesting Pokemon. I haven't used them in the playthrough yet, and I kind of want to, because again, like I said, they kind of fascinate me, so yeah. Especially considering the evolution too and how it works. They even showed off kind of interesting Pokemon anime too, anyway. I just realized too, we actually need a Space Nap party before we go into that house, so yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to fight the breeder again for the speedy boost. But anyway, you can now find Tranquil on this route. I think, again, like I said, special attack and attack isn't that far apart. It can learn work up too. So yeah, you can definitely have some fun with like air color, maybe you get the aptness of these return. It's not bad, but I don't think, if you want to look for the next gym, I think there's better options, so yeah. Rosa and Dry Skin. Pokemon with those abilities love water type moves and rainy weather. The Jimmy in the thread just say is very familiar with Pokemon abilities. Oh, do you know him? And you can ask him about abilities for the X receiver, so yeah. Let's look at the list again. Let's keep using Antonio here. Yes, yeah, we got a school kidder. To me, the battlefield is a place for learning. So yeah, I don't think I have much else to say again. I don't really like Buzzard, but you can catch Buzzard in the Rusting Cross, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, if you really want to use it. Anyway, let's look at Fungus now, find one. So yeah, Fungus, yeah, it normally comes with effect sport. Regenerate is way better than that. Although in this scenario, it is a bit annoying, I must admit. But hey, if you, for some reason, I mean, I want to say some reason again, Hidden Grow Pokemon can be a bit of a grind here. If you don't want to do the grind, Effect Spore will do just fine, because again, this Pokemon just has really good stats, so yeah. For its roll, so yeah. So that's not too bad. Fortunately, do get poisoned. Yeah, let's go find a mushroomy friend. And you have a Carablast. I'm gonna try go for Bug Bite again. And you almost take it out. And you got some trigger attack. So yeah, Among Us, it's quite a far off evolution, level 39, so you're gonna be a weak Fungus for a little while. Fungus is very slow and could be a bit vulnerable to its weaknesses, so yeah. But at least you do get some good moves before that, like Giga Chain for example. Toxic is also not bad. Maybe also get Help Can, but we're not doing so many Bell Vows, so I'm not gonna take it. Wait, I got to analyze this defeat. But yeah, 39 you get Mungus. Mungus doesn't really get that many good moves after that. But of course, yeah, level 62 though is Spore. And Spore is a 100% accurate sleep move, and yeah, it was one reason why this Pokemon was a nightmare to deal with, so yeah. Like I do still have a decent Peach Berries, there we go. Yeah, even without that though, it's still kind of a nightmare because again, this Pokemon has some insane stats. 140 HP alongside 70 defense and 80 special defense, that's insane. And it doesn't even hit back that badly either with 85 attacking stats, and of course it's very slow base speed. I think the main problem trying to use it is that yeah, it can feel a little passive sometimes unless it's against something that really hates grass type moves. Because again, you don't get Sludge Bomb, but you can always use Toxic and Venom Shock. I would highly recommend doing that because again, it learns Toxic for a level up, which you don't normally get until quite a while, so yeah. And of course, you're going to be doing some serious damage while the opponent has trouble hitting back, so yeah. And yeah, looks like we're actually going to keep using Antonia. Again, we actually don't want to use John Tracy just yet. It makes a lot of sense why, but anyway. Here's a Marill. Not just say about that, but anyway. But again, yeah, Mungus, yeah, it does its job well, you know, tanking. It has a good grass poison type alongside it too, so yeah. Excellent wall Pokemon. I was definitely considering it too in my playthrough, especially if I did manage to get one of the generators, so yeah. And yeah, even without it though, it's still very solid, so yeah. In terms of moves, yeah, I should have mentioned this too, yeah, I would recommend, you know, at the end, getting like, you know, Giga Train. During the main play, you can use Venom Shock and, you can use Venom Shock and Toxic, and then you can also like try to ramp things out with maybe Foul Play or Payback. That's something I could recommend. It doesn't really get much else outside that. There's also Clear Spot to remove enemy plus too, so you could also consider that as well. Let's fight you now. What a fun with Pokemon. Do you want to play with us? So yeah, I don't have much else to add. So yeah, now let's talk about Marill, who you can now find the street. Yeah, getting a water type just for the next gym is really nice. Especially if it has hidden power, and, well, not hidden power, huge power and Aqua Tail, because yeah, you could just get, obviously, yeah, one of the best things there, you could just get a Zoomer right here, right now, with Aqua Tail and huge power, so that's awesome. You go for Hail, okay. So that's the thing. So again, yeah, not much else to add on that. Like I kind of said before, yeah, Azuma's kind of a one-note Pokemon, but hey, it does what it does best. Huge physical water-type damage. That's all you could really ask for. Well, oh my, I lost. So yeah, not really much else to add here. And yeah, this is not a bad time to catch you, because again, you don't need to worry about Azumarill anymore. Azumarill doesn't really get that many moves you're really craving for anyway, so yeah. Again, not a bad time. But again, and this isn't that difficult to raise, you could definitely get a Marill before this, and I can help you out a little bit, so yeah. Bowser Cave is great. The Parasite I met here were absolutely adorable. I see, anyway. Let's talk to you. Oh dear, Pokemon, something don't seem well. You should rest here for a little while. You can't go anywhere when you're not feeling well. Anyway, Cast Form. We fought one a little bit ago. Cast Form is bad. It could be... No, don't even think about using it. I think it's more of a funny Pokemon than anything because, yeah, 60 in every stat, which is not good. And it doesn't evolve either. And its gimmick is that, yeah, it changes based on, weather. Good, your Pokemon see full of energy. You also want to get this, by the way. Mister, here, have this. You get the Shiny Stud, so now we could get a Cinccino or a Roserade, mainly. You know what? When I gave my machine a Shiny Stud, evolve and became a different Pokemon. I should go to Celestial Town Route 7. I had to ring the bell for my pillow. So again, for Orcast's ability, it changes its form based on the weather. It basically just matches its type to the weather. You got Delvar going here. Against these two, but yeah, I'm not too worried, so I'm not too concerned, so I'll just get out of here. Anyway, so yeah, the thing about this Pokemon, it's kind of good in the rain because it gets like Hydro Pump, it gets, no, don't use Fire Blast, right? What am I thinking? It gets Hydro Pump, it gets Thunder, and it gets Ice Beam. That's not bad for a rain Pokemon, but again, the 60 in every stat is just gonna let you down hard, so yeah. And then Driftveil outside that, it's okay, but not amazing. Nature, like yeah, Energy Ball's fine, Thunder Wave's fine, but then after that, it doesn't get like anything else, so yeah. So yeah, again, it's actually not 60 in every stat, it's 70 in every stat, but like, that's not any better, so yeah. This is why I always check the stats of Pokemon again, you never know when you're incorrect like that, so yeah. I'm thinking here, I have Return. Let's try it. So again, yeah, 70 every stat, it's good in the rain, I guess, but that's really all I have to say about it, so yeah. Castle's not that great, so yeah. So I'll go for a turn again. And there it goes. And yeah, about to get another level up too, which is nice. Here's a Fungus. Let's go for that Bugfire again. The funny thing at Castform though is my brother beat me down at Castform. That's why I kinda think it's technically usable, so yeah. Here's again, like I said, yeah, it's not bad in the rain technically, because again, it has amazing coverage in the rain. With, Stab, Hydro Pump, Thunder, and Ice Beam, like I said, but yeah, again. I mean, like, there's just better Pokemon that do that, so yeah, that's the thing. Nature. You also need to set the rain first before you can even do that, so yeah. But yes, that Pokemon also can Energetic. And we get Peach Berry, so that's nice. So then, yeah. So I'm Mother Nature, obviously. You could tell that by his dialogue. So again, yeah. It's definitely funny that, yeah, I got beat down by a castle one time by my brother, but yeah. I wouldn't recommend the playthrough unless, yeah, for some reason you have Permanent Rain. Which, yeah, you're not getting until, like, way later anyway, so yeah. Anyway, let's go top ourselves up here. There's one more thing I want to do in this trip, but the problem is, yeah, we have to fight the trainer again, so yeah, I'm probably gonna cut them. And yeah, looks like, Ronan's actually gonna be the one finding them, so yeah. Alright, I'm gonna fly back. And I'm gonna make a space, I think. Yeah, let's just make a space again. Lilliput's cool, not also use repels to get my way through here, so yeah. So again, like I said, I'm gonna cut. We're gonna get rid of the Pokemon breeder again, and then we're going to go to the lab because there's something waiting for us there. And I think we'll end the part because I think next time I want to head to Charleston Cave a little bit. You actually make a decent amount of progress there. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So yeah. So I'll put the lip up back, and we need a space. And then what do you get? You have bold nature. That's actually really good to be honest. So yeah. For a tanky build, so yeah. Alright, like I said, let's cut, let's file the breeder, and let's go see what the lab is all about. As it does, I didn't actually have to fight the breeder, I just cycled up my way past, so that works out for me. Alright. Let's go talk to you first. You can see dealing from all 4 C's our lab. When it comes to dealing, we're sort of at the exit. We found a rather rare dealing with a reservoirs. What do you say? Here you are, take good care of it. We got a dealing. Its ability is String Grace. They say this ability doubles the chance of getting a move's additional effect. Well, you just said what ability we got. It always keeps String Grace 2, and yeah, this is a hidden ability one. Haste Nature's not bad. The thing about it though is that compared to Sap Sipper, this does like nothing. Like all of its String Grace moves are special. Most of the moves I told about doing has secret effects, so yeah, it's kind of a worthless ability. And compared to Sap Sipper, which again, grass type for me, and attack boost, that's everything dealing could ask for right there, so yeah. So again, I want to recommend that one, but it's neat. Oh my, none of the Pokemon traveling even have moves or abilities that change the weather. If you find what it does, bring it to me. I'll give you a Pokemon weather forecast. Temperature and humidity inside the cave next to me are controlled by a machine. Some Pokemon change their appearance depending on the season. Could that also be considered type of evolution? In nature would kind of confuse that, I think. This is Caesar researcher. Twist managers from Mistral has stored depending on the season. Yeah, and as we learned about before, yeah, this route also changed like slightly in winter because of getting good from the night. That's not the case anymore, unfortunately, so yeah. Yeah, so one last thing we could do now is, yeah, let's talk about the Hidden Grotto, because again, apparently it doesn't change at all. So yeah, so that's interesting. But anyway, we got Dunsparce Proud. String Grace is way better. I mean, yeah, it means that, yeah, if it gets hit by a bug move, there's a Rustling Grass though. I'll take it. Yeah, there's quite a lot of Pokemon that we could find here. Okay, a Molga. I actually wanted a Molga, so this works out quite nicely. So yeah, let's go into John Tracy again, and let's try to catch her. So while doing that, yeah, let's talk about these Hidden Grotto Pokemon. So it does also around again. If it gets hit by a bug or a dart time, if it gets a speed boost, which I mean, that's cool, but yeah, String Grace is way better than that. We got Woobat with Simple. Alright, now this is what we're talking about. So yeah, what do I want to go for? I think I'll try Smart. And it has the same idea apparently. So yeah, now Calm Mind gives +2 special attack and +2 special defense. That's what we're talking about right there. And yeah, we didn't kill it. Nice. Let's go Thunder Wave. So yeah, now yeah, it's much easier, you know, do what I was suggesting for. Set up a Calm Mind, and then, you know, use your good speed to try and take out your opponent. And again, once again, the coverage is actually not too bad, so yeah. So yeah, again, this is a fun sign Pokemon to use, so yeah. But again, a little bit harder to get, so yeah, I think that's the only issue, so yeah. Then like, let's say Fungus. And then yeah, after that, yeah, you can get Fungus for the trainer again, and then finally, there's a new Pokemon, Nosepass, with Sand Force. Now apparently, this is extremely rare because, or I think, yeah, getting a female one, I think is like, impossible or almost impossible, so yeah, that's a thing. But anyway, let's throw the Ultra Ball here at the Amolga. So yeah, again, Sandforce, again, it's pretty good in the Sandstorm. It is a rock type Pokemon, but like, it doesn't really want to do damage, is the thing. It glides on its outstretched membrane while shocking both the electricity stored in the patch of its cheeks. Is again, yeah, Nosepass and Evolution are both the bulky rock steel type Pokemon, so yeah, I'm not really sure what Sand Force does to further the game plan. But you know, you got Sturdy, which, you know, that's a great ability for a wall, so yeah. So again, it's kind of a confusing Pokemon, most of it. all confusing inability behave is what it is, right? And again, I won't chase out this, just catch a nose in Charleston Cave, which yeah, we're gonna be talking about in the next part, so yeah. And yeah, I'll take a little pill. Alright, so here we are. Next time, yeah, we're gonna be, now that I told about all those hidden grow Pokemon, again, you're mainly going off the Revamp and Fungus, I think. The yellow Pokemon get better abilities also, so yeah. So that done, yeah, let's end this one now. So next time we're gonna go check out Charleston Cave a little bit, and yeah, there's a Pokemon in our body that wants to battle a special electric magnetic field, so yeah. We're gonna be taking advantage of that, so yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.